Good morning children. Today in this class I am going to explain about how the country Vietnam got the independence from colonized country French. Okay. In this class I am going to see about the conditions of Vietnam during colonial period. During the mid of the 19th century, French got the direct rule over the Vietnam. During the mid of the 19th century, French got the direct control over the Vietnam. From this mid of the 19th century, the French played major role in the administration of Vietnam, and the emperor who were acting as just like a puppet in the Vietnam. Okay. Now let us see the conditions of exports, landlordism and peasants in the Vietnam during the colonial period. About the concepts of export of Vietnam, exports, landlordism and peasants. Okay. Now let us see the concept of exports. The major export of the Vietnam is rice and rubber during the 19th century. Rice and rubber. Rice and rubber was the major exports of the country Vietnam during the 19th century when the country French colonizing the Vietnam. Okay. By 1930, the Vietnam emerged as the third largest country of the production of exportation of rice to the other countries. It would become the third largest country of exporting rice. Largest country of exporting rice by 1930s. By 1930s, it would become the Vietnam. The country become the third largest position of rice exporting countries to the other nations. Around two-thirds of its production would be exported. How much of farm production would be exported? Around two-thirds of its production would be exported to other countries during the colonial period. Okay, this is the exports condition. Okay, but in the Mekong Delta, region, the major farm produce is rice. That is why the Vietnam got the third largest place of exporting rice to the other nations during colonial period. Okay, this is the major reason to control the Vietnam by French. Okay, here the Mekong Delta having very fertile lands and it is very suitable to grow the rice. So from this position and from this country, they would export so much of rice to the other nations and French. So that is the major reason to occupy the Vietnam by French. Okay, to get the major exports. The French occupied the Vietnam. Okay, now let us see the landlordism. The position of landlordism. Okay. One more point regarding exports. Due to the development of exports and in the country, the French administrators would constructed the transport system, the very good transport system, that is Indo-Chinese railway system. They constructed Indo-China railway system during the colonial period to transport the rice and to transport the rubber to the other countries through China. Okay, this is the major railways that would be constructed in the Vietnam by French. Okay, now let us see the landlordism. Okay, here in this country also the procedure landlordism would be happened. Okay, in this case the landlords means the persons who are having a huge amount of land. Okay, generally they are giving land to the tenants and they are collecting the huge amount of taxes and they are collecting huge amount of money from the peasants for the purpose of giving land, for the purpose of farming lands. Okay, here the landlordism is a cruel thing in the Vietnam during 19th century. Okay, now let us see the condition of peasants. Condition of peasants. It would be almost 50% of the peasant would get the unemployment during the 19th century because of landlordism. Because of landlordism, the peasants got unemployment during the mid of the 19th century. And the peasants had to pay so much tax to the landlords to get the land, and the peasants would have to work in the house of landlords to get the land, and the peasants also pay the farm produce to the landlords. Okay, in these three ways the landlords collect the money from the tenants or peasants. Okay, once again see what are the three types of pays that go to the landlords. Here the landlords collect the taxes from the peasants, and the peasants would have to should do work. Peasants should do the work for landlords, and the peasants had to give farm produce to landlords. Okay, in these three ways the peasants would pay the tenancy, would pay the lease for the land. Okay, these are the conditions of exports, landlordism and peasants in the Vietnam during the 19th century under the control of French. Okay, now let us see the civilizing mission in the Vietnam. Civilizing mission. Under the scheme of civilizing mission and under the shadow of civilizing mission, the French tried to get the more number of employees from the Vietnamese people. The French needs so much of employees. The French needs so many number of employees like policemen, shopkeepers, teachers. For that purpose, the French wanted to more number of employees from Vietnamese. For that purpose, the French provide the free education and provide the education and for the Vietnamese people. But the French, it would be covered as the civilizing mission in the Vietnamese. To civilize the people, the French started that civilizing mission. Okay, this is the thing they have spread in the Vietnam. But the actual thing is to get the more number of employees, the French started the civilization mission in the Vietnam. to get the more number of employees like shopkeepers, policemen, and to do the so much of official works, the French government need more number of employees. For that purpose, the French provide the education to the Vietnam people. Okay, in these people, the French provide the education to the Vietnamese, but it would lead to the emergence, national emergence in the Vietnam. Okay, now let us see the emergence of Vietnam nationalism. Emergence of nationalism. Actually, the French people who are working in the Vietnam, those who are worried about their employment, because if the Vietnam people got the education from the French, then what is the condition of the future of the French people in the Vietnam? Okay, this idea would lead to the worry about the employment of French people in the Vietnam. Okay, for that purpose, the French people do the revolution against the French administration in Vietnam. Okay, to suppress to resolve the dispute between the French people and the French administration in the Vietnam, they would carry the education in the Vietnam. For primary people or for primary children, the education would be succeed in the mother tongue language or Vietnamese language, but in the higher studies, the entire education would be in French. Okay, they had started the primary section in Vietnamese language, and the higher studies in French language. Okay, but about this system, about this education system, the teachers and students would not bind with the government, and they had raised so many movements and so many processions against the government in Vietnam. Okay, like that, to resolve this problem, so many people went to Japan, and they would come back with the good acknowledgement of democracy and good acknowledgement of communism theories. Okay, this would lead to the civilizing mission, lead to the emergence of Vietnam during 19th century. By the started of civilizing mission in the Vietnam, it would lead to get the emergence of Vietnam nationalism. Now let us see. By 1920s, the young people, all the students of Vietnam who are studied in the other countries and who are went to Japan, they would started the Anger Annam party. Young Annam, they started the Young Annam party. Okay, the people who went to the Japan and China, and they would be inspired from the communism or Republican communists of Sun Yat-sen. The theories of Sun Yat-sen, they would be inspired, and they started the party Young Annam in the year 1920. Okay, in the year 1920, the young people in the Vietnam, they started the Young Annam party to get rid of the French administration from the Vietnam. Okay, and among these people and among these students, one of the major leader, Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh would started the Vietnamese Communist Party. Vietnamese Communist Party in Vietnam in the year 1930. In the year 1930, the leader of Vietnamese communication, the leader Ho Chi Minh founded the Vietnamese Communist Party to get rid of the control of French from the Vietnamese. Okay, to get rid of French administration, Ho Chi Minh, he was the emergent leader. He started a party, Vietnamese Communist Party, to get rid of the control over the Vietnam by French people. On the other hand, Japan occupied the Hanoi. Okay, one side the French people administrated the Vietnamese, and most of the agricultural farm produce would be exported to the other countries. It is about 2/3 of the agricultural produce exported to the other countries like the rice and the rubber. Okay, at this time Japan also would try to occupy the Hanoi. Finally, by 1940s, the Japan occupied the Hanoi or Southeast Asia by occupying Southeast Asia. During the 1940s, Japan tried to occupy the Southeast Asia. Okay, during this time, the Hanoi was occupied by the Japan. Okay, in this time, the Vietnamese suffered to get rid of or to fight against the two colonizers, that are Japan and French. Okay, but after so much of struggles against with these two colonizers, by 1945 August, the Vietnamese constructed or the Vietnamese founded the Republic Democratic Country. Under the leadership of Ho Chi Minh. The Vietnam made as the Republic country under the leadership of Ho Chi Minh in the year 1945 August. Okay, in this way, after molded as the Republic country in the year 1945, Ho Chi Minh started the distribution of land to collecting lands from the landlords and distributing the lands to the peasants, and he reduced the tenancy. He reduced the cost of tenancy about 25%, and he banned all previous charges or previous cost of land. Okay. After become the Republic country in the 1945 August, Ho Chi Minh immediately started. He reduced 25% of land tenancy costs. He reduced 25% of land tenancy costs, and he released previous taxes to the people. He introduced so many new type of land reforms. Okay. In this way, after getting the control over the Vietnam by the Ho Chi Minh, after he became the chairman of the Republic country, he immediately started to implement all these three things in the country, he reduced the 25% cost of land tenancy cost, and he removed or he released from the people from the older taxes, and he introduced so many land reforms. It is land reforms like the collecting of land from the landlords and distributing to the peasants. Okay, in these three ways, Ho Chi Minh started his administration in the Vietnam. But the French, after 1945, again tried to get the control over the Vietnam. The French tried to get control over the Vietnam in the next years also. But after the so much struggle between Vietnam and the French, the Vietnam had caught the around 60,000 people of French would be imprisoned. After the so much struggle happened between, after the so much of war would happen between the Vietnamese people and the French people, after 1945, around 16,000 people would be imprisoned in the year 1954 by Vietnamese. Okay. After this, the Vietnam would be categorized, or Vietnam would be separated into two parts. After the war between French and Vietnam, the Vietnam would be categorized or separated into two parts. The North Vietnam and South Vietnam. The North Vietnam, or the north part of the Vietnam, would be under the control of Ho Chi Minh, and the South Vietnam would give to the under the control of Emperor Ngo Dinh Dien. Okay. After the war against French by Vietnam in the 1954, it would become as two parts: North Vietnam under the control of Ho Chi Minh and South Vietnam under the control of. It would be give to the Emperor Ngo Dinh. But the Emperor would rule very vigorously in the south part. In the south part, the Emperor ruled very vigorously, and he imprisoned any people who opposed him. He immediately imprisoned them and he jailed them. He tortured the people. So here in the South Vietnam, the NLF would be founded, National Liberation Front. National Liberation Front would be founded. They want to unify the entire Vietnam under the control of Ho Chi Minh. That is why the National Liberation Front would be started in the southern part, but the Emperor rejected the processions and protests of National Liberation Front. Okay. In the next class, we will see how the National Liberation Front unified the Vietnam and how the US did the war against Vietnam. Okay, in the 19th century. Okay, thank you, children.